Oh, welcome to the Midweek Wrap, the only hyper-local news program for the Yarra Valley and the Ranges on Yarra Ranges Life TV, where every week we bring to you the latest local news headlines, some of the weather ahead, and we share with you what Yarra Ranges Life TV's been up to. But now, as I like to say, it's time for the latest local news headlines presented by Jim Brown.
Hi, I'm Jim Brown. Welcome to the Midweek Wrap, brought to you once again from the beautiful grounds of the Killara Estate and Winery in Seville East. The Ranges Trader Mail and the Ferntree Gully Mail's front page focus on a community controversy in Olinda. A few years ago, the Olinda golf course closed, abandoned by its owners. The Victorian government came up with a plan to convert it to parkland with a sporting oval and other facilities, but some in the local community want it left the way it is. Last week, the Yarra Ranges Council approved a planning permit for what's called the Olinda project to go ahead, much to the objections of a group calling itself the Hills Common Alliance. The Olinda project plans to create parklands, a nature-based play space, a sports oval, an open space for markets and events, new walking tracks and picnic facilities. The protesters claim the scenic land will be ruined and is an example of sport winning again over the environment. Even Yarra Ranges Shire councillors were not unanimous in their support, so it looks like this controversy will continue. And in the Mount Evelyn Mail, a sure indication of a looming election, with both major parties trying to outdo each other with promises. The beneficiary will be the Yarra Ranges Special Development School at Olinda, which has needed upgrading for years. Within a day of each other, both parties promised money to fix the school's problems. Labor's James Merlino promises $3.4 million and Liberal candidate Bridget Vallence promising $5 million. It's a matter of dispute about who made the promises first, but it looks like no matter which party wins the election, the school will be better off. The Mountain Views Mail's front page looks at a couple motivated by personal tragedy to bring attention to a heartbreaking issue. Tony and Leanne Drummond's son, David, also known as Sunshine, took his own life 2 years ago. The tragedy set his parents off on a year-long walk called Walk for Sunshine to publicise the fact that suicide is a scourge in this country, and the government, state and federal, are not committing enough money and resources to fix it. During their 365-day walk, 3,128 people took their own lives. The Drummonds will meet with federal politicians in Canberra, but lament the fact that they received no interest from Victorian politicians when they tried to contact them. And the Upper Yarra Mail celebrates the opening of a new police station at Warburton. On the same site as the old station and with great views of the town, the new building replaces the former dilapidated station demolished in 2017. Police claim the new station will be able to better service the needs of the community. It will be open 16 hours a day, and urgent responses through 000 are supplemented by Yarra Junction Station. That's all for now. Thanks for watching the Midweek Wrap. I'm Jim Brown. Stand by now for the weather.
Oh, thanks Jim for reading the latest local news headlines for us, of course. And what have Yarra Ranges Life TV been up to? Well, last Friday we came down to Chirnside Park, where the Chrome Bumpers car meet was raising money for the local fire brigades was taking place, as well as they were supporting our drought-stricken farmers. To find out more, here's some highlights from that live cross. And one of the things you can do is come down and support the drought-stricken farmers by bringing some dog food, and check out all the wonderful dog food that's already been brought down, and they'll be distributed by the Lillardale CFA. We're going to have a chat to Tanya and find out more about what's going on down here with the dog food. Hi,
hello,
Tanya.
how are you?
I'm great. Hey, now you guys are doing something for our drought-stricken farmers.
Yes, we are. A few weeks ago I was at work just scrolling through the paper and I saw a little kelpie in the newspaper, and he was skin and bones.
Yeah.
And I thought, it's wonderful that we're donating, all this hay and food to the farmers and their livestock, But what about the puppy dogs, the working dogs?
What about the dogs? I actually saw that article, and yet that poor dog, and I can understand why you thought, hey, let's do something for the
And then
dogs.
I just come up with this idea and sent emails out at work, told people on Facebook, and been just telling everyone. And with the help of Ron through Rotary, Peter White, who's the CFA captain at Buchan, his son lives at Churnside Park.
Okay.
So what we do when we get our dog food, we take it down to Peter's son's place. He'll pick it up, take it to the CFA brigade there, and then they, send it out to the farmers and their dogs. And even if the farmers, they don't need dog food, but it's one less thing they have to worry about buying.
Exactly right.
So it just gives them a bit of, less stress, and just gives them a helping hand. So.
And of course, we all know how much the farmers rely on their working dogs out there.
That's right.
And so it goes basically from the pickup points here. So you can come down to, of course, the Churnside Homemaker Centre at the front of Bunnings car park, drop off some dog food, either canned or bagged, and it goes to the Lilydale CFA, and they then distribute it via the Buchan CFA.
Yep.
And from there it goes to the farmers.
That's right. Yep.
Good on you. What did we do on Saturday? Well, we came down to Yarra Valley Ecos, where they were having the very first Warburton Makers Fair, and to find out more about what was happening there, here are some highlights from that live broadcast. Mel, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's great that you're here to celebrate with us.
We had to come here to Ecos because we love all things crafty and hands-on, and we love to, of course, encourage our viewers to get hands-on and crafty and share the creative spirit out in the valley and the ranges. Now, Mel, what's the Warburton Makers Fair all about?
It's about hands-on activities. So all the stalls here are offering something that's about making or doing or sharing skills. But I think most of all, it's about community. It's about making connections between people, and it's about the different types of ideas, how they can come together and create something quite different and new and unique.
Yeah, fantastic.
And we're really excited about the connections that have been made today.
I've noticed the vibe here. There's a lot of people that are connecting and sharing their skills and crafts, which is just beautiful to see. And what can people, like, if our viewers want to come down, because of course it doesn't finish till 9 tonight, what can they expect to see, like the stalls and that kind of thing?
Well, all the stalls are pretty much hands-on, so you can go and do, say, leather crafting, and you can actually have a go at doing the leather work.
Awesome.
We've got the beautiful Dreamweaver
Yes.
workshop happening, which is actually going to be part of the celebrations tonight.
Beautiful.
We've got some beautiful lighting and special effects happening after dark, projection mapping. You can, of course, go over and do some drone work.
And on Saturday we came down to the Montrose Town Centre to share the Trigger of Truth tour, of course featuring the amazing music of Indigenous artist Golda as well as William Crichton. To find out more, here's some highlights from that interview. Now, the Trigger of Truth, what inspired this whole concept?
Well, I think what inspired me with this concept of the Trigger of Truth tour is when I first heard Golda play and sing, and I met him. And everything he sings and everything that he says is truth, and there's a power in truth.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's a real power in that. And I aspire to do that too. I'm telling my own stories, my own observations, and I thought us coming together would be a really cool thing. We get on, and he feels like my brother, and it's. That's sort of what inspired the tour. We wanted to bring that to people.
It's a power. It's a power.
Yeah, and of course, the Trigger Truth itself, it's a very powerful piece that's coming here to the Montrose Town Centre next Thursday. It's a union of music and storytelling. Now, we're pretty blessed here on Yarranger's Live TV because William and Golda, they're going to perform one of the pieces for us today from, it is from Trigger Truth?
This is the song that we come together on. It's on my album Empire, and my wife and I had worked on the song, and Golda had happened to be in Nashville when we were doing it, and he came in and worked with my good mate Matt and put down a beautiful piece of singing and story to the song.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing this piece. This piece is called?
Someone.
Someone. There you go. Someone, live on Yarranger's Live TV.
Someone's preparing for love. Someone's walking out the door. Someone can't get enough. Someone got up off their knees. Someone got down on their luck. Someone needs more than a fight. Someone can't get enough. Someone is crying, someone lying, someone's thinking of you. Someone's dreaming or else deceiving, leaving a finger on the trigger of truth.
Hit it. Hit it.
And that's the end of another midweek wrap on Yarra Rangers Live TV. Of course, big thanks to everyone involved in this week's production. Jim Brown, thank you very much for reading the latest local news headlines for us. Production assistant extraordinaire, Mr. Mitchell Hatton. Of course, he does all of our live camera work as well for our live broadcast. Love your work, mate. And Danny Field for coming on board and producing the weekly midweek wrap on Yarra Rangers Live TV. As always, we're living, we're loving, we're sharing life from the Yarra Valley and the Rangers, only on Yarra Rangers Live TV. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Cheers.